week in, week out. He's been the most consistent member on Fnatic. Now you put him in a carry matchup versus the Ornn. That Ornn is going to regret being in that 1v1.
The only
blokes next to me talking about the scaling here and how unbeatable she'll be, especially if she gets time in the sun. Meanwhile, Alvaro, Dredgeland's going to pull him in. Razork's here, level 4. Wind becomes lightning, and this Leona's tanky enough, though. Alvaro flashes away, but it's match. Razork might be first meat, first blood, first dead, as Mickey is now amongst 3. At Permafrost, almost in range, but Mickey's Shield of Daybreak and melee support is freshly done as Super gets his second kill. Big play for KOI
taken earlier, because Leona is so strong in this matchup. You end up popping the W, and you're just able to trade hyper aggressively in the matchup because Nautilus just doesn't have enough sticking power, and now Oscar Rinnan's in trouble.
Sticking power against the wall. Oscar Rinnan stuck there, bopped, and Mirwin gets a kill of his own. KOI are alive. Level 1W, by the way. That seems fair with a 8 flat damage reduction. Just the reason why he survived and why early game for KOI is going so well. They're going to do it again. Watch it with an eclipse in his eyes. Alvaro, not the target this time, but Super spaces them out. They keep doing this. Fnatic are like, I see them. I must kill them. But no. KOI are going to chase them down. Razork lucky to get out of that one.
Playing defensive as Nautilus, you hook the Leona out of her Zenith Blade so then you can play the fight, but now you're 2 levels down as Mickey and trying to hard force into topside with Oyoya here again.
There's 4 here under turret with Call to Forge got available as well, and a Permafrost only lacking 1 auto. Mickey gets in the way, that's nice, but he might die for it. A searing charge and a death to remember. Flash from Mirwin is brilliant. Upset had his number and Alvaro's too as they get out of dodge. Trying to run up is Humanoid. He's got a mana bar to do so. Mirwin in the trudges as well. Humanoid finds his target onto Alvaro. He tanks it up. Zenith Blade in. He might just have to die, so Super survives, but a seismic shove all the way back. Barrier in tow. Upset will find him with an auto. 2 kills for Fnatic. They fight back.
Fnatic finally get themselves onto the board. Disastrous spot for Fnatic.
I still think this is pretty disastrous regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that they get 2 back, and it will be the shutdown on towards Super as well that goes across the upset. But again, like, you're looking at a poke Varus who's getting these shutdowns.
Here at the least. Mickey, be careful of that brush. It's hurt them twice, and Razork knows so. Dredgeline in. Again, the exact same spot. Alvaro turns it. He's got a solar flare onto Mickey again. Fnatic gets shoved away. That's Jojo disengaging as Razork can't do anything, and Super gets the reset. Seismic shove flushed away from his Upset, tries to carry the fight on the back end. Super chases him down while Scrinton starts sending out the needles. Snippy time. Humanoid sends some rocks as well. It's all about projectiles and the environment. But as we get away from global warming, we see Humanoid run over by a damn train. Cole versus the planet, and it looks like it's a whole mess of action.
It ends up being a 1 fight still for Fnatic. The Nautilus doesn't have level 6 yet, so he immediately melts. A lot of resources are invested onto the Nautilus though, so when the re-engage comes through from Fnatic, look how confident Oscar can play. He knows that there's very little that he has to be afraid with, and so he forces out the Ornn, he forces out Jojo. The wall completely disconnects the supporting staff, and that means that it turns into a 3v4 on the top side. Ultimately, as we said, it ends up being a 2 for 2, but the re-engage from Fnatic goes to show that some of the scaling elements of things like the Gwen and the CC that this composition has means that Fnatic definitely not out of this game just yet.
Yeah, especially how quickly they got to that fight.
Against KOI set their sights on the bot tier 1.
He does have as many deaths as KOI have as Fnatic having kills, rather, so that's just to be noted here. There's going to be another turret going down, and with Gwen on the other side of the map, right now Fnatic are hoping they can do the same thing, but not going to be as quick with 1 grub. It's Fnatic now roaming around mid, but KOI are looking to sandwich.
It's also because Mickey committed to topside, no ult now, and KOI want to just continue to put pressure and make sure that you lose out on that bot wave. They take a bit of damage on towards this tier 2.
Sounded like Mr. Mackey. KOI. Okay, fantastic. For the old people in chat, I guess, is Humanoid. Oh, he almost Super just sidesteps at Solar Flare, saved by his support. Alvaro doing a good job of protecting the President. KOI running away, but Razork jumps in. Arctic Assault and a Permafrost will keep him in place. Mirwin looking for a root as well, and Chains of Corruption flies out. A seismic shove again, but now Call of the damn train lines up, and through the passageway, Fnatic get bopped around. Ignite takes Mickey down. And KOI, the resilience in their fight, the constant engage, it never ends.
Fnatic are just always trying to overextend to find that pick, find that moment.
But Razork is diving in over a wall with which his team really can't follow. So there was a clear disconnect for me in terms of how Fnatic wanted to execute that, and they just hand over another kill.
I don't know what champion that is. I don't know what the Squid champions are in League of Legends.
I think it's Lulu's in the pool parties.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that one. As Mickey's engaged on again. Alvaro takes this. Dredgeline hits back, though. It's a beautiful one. And from Mickey, might have set it up. The burst coming in. And Jojo's about to dive in. Humanoid in the end.
He's alive.
He gets burned down, and Jojo survives. Alvaro's the new target. Dredgeline misses as Oski now comes in, ready to sending the needles out. It's injection time. Jojo, have you had your shots? Oscar chasing him. His ghost is down. But as Jojo uses his fleet to gain some ground, he is now out. But Mioen, unfortunately, the next stop is not here. It's far, far away, and Fnatic will just take him with ease and eventually give over the kill to one of these carries. Shut down over to Upset, and I love it. So the only question I have for you is, do you like Jazz? Because that's not it. This is rock and roll. Mickey with the dredge line. Permafrost sent out. Now with the Glacial Prison sent as well. Those Chains of Corruption from Upset flung out on top of that. As Mewin's now teleported in, we are A-ramming once again here in Europe. None of that Nay-ram business where ooh-ram. All I can think about is MKOI and their setup from Mewin. He's got his ult, he's level 11. He's in a perfect spot. Zoning out Mickey right now with a Hex Flash, while Dragon is the thought. Fnatic want their third.
Again, look at Fnatic setup. They're coming in from multiple different angles. MKOI can't really find one way into the pit because Mickey is constantly threatening the back line. They need to hard force through, but this is their moment.
Upset's damage is hurting Alvaro. One of their engagements almost kicked out. The wall is down, and Humanoid separates Oscar in, and he might have to charge through while Jojo one-man ulties. Oscar in is isolated, and he'll be taken first. Dragon now the thought for Koi. They're on top of it. Fnatic are bringing in the cavalry. Seismic shove away, and Jojo cannot stay. 2K the steal. No, at 5. Razork has stayed alive, and now El Yoya is just going to follow suit. Shutdown after shutdown. Fnatic after Fnatic. They keep getting more.
This is how Fnatic want to set up a fight, and this is Fnatic.
Come around. Harold's going to be dropped down. Jojo's walking up from bottom. Koi might just have to defend this at the inner turret. This will be an easy charge. I mean, Super's trying to kill it before it gets anywhere near, but there it goes. Charges, dies, and gold just goes over to Fnatic. They escape. Now with the 3K.
Fnatic is a team that's usually good at making mistakes in the early game and then finding ways to regroup and bounce back.
The opposite.
But again, we're seeing nobody on the mid wave from Movistar Koi. So now you have Humanoid set up to clear the wave and threaten.
And that wall as well that Jojo can't get around. Super flashes away immediately. Call the Forge God is good, but Super just needs one simple reset. Mickey won't give it to him until the rocket comes in. And now the range at play. El Yoya found a beautiful pick onto Razork, and away he goes. Super with the shutdown. Getting excited while Mewin is zone controlling. Upset just needs to poke. The Dragon going down ever so slowly, and Oscar running in without his ulti. He's ready to snap onto Super. The damage is unreal. He rips, he shreds, and Movistar Koi are going to bed.
Oscarinin changing the landscape of this fight. It looked like such a good front to back for Koi. They were able to keep their carries.
A missed decision making from Movistar Koi come back to bite them.
And now it bites him in front of the Baron as well. Humanoid, like I said, doing due diligence with his seismic shove, and now a depth charges Koi. Came here to soft contest. This time one doesn't hit from Humanoid, but Fnatic on the chase here. They've got a Mountain Soul, they cannot. And Upset's damage is going to rip and continue to do exactly what Oscar did before. The needlework zones him out. A shove once more. Call of the Forge God from Mewin will bow deck. And Fnatic are gonna look to set us up for match point.
Mickey sneaky
One
hook.
fight, another secured objective. Upset remains deathless. He chunks out Super's HP, and Humanoid is there to follow.
Because he wants a pick. It's all it takes to seismic shove. Super didn't have flash. He's lucky to get away from that one. But again, maybe a little bit overhyped as the Baron is used well regardless. Upset, his range is brutal at this point.
From Fnatic to keep Movistar Koi interested so Oscar can get full value before they reset with this Red Bull Baron power play. It's only going to be that bot lane structure that leaves outside of Movistar Koi's base, but I think it may be just one.
Dacta was just talking about Razork. He's fishing a bit.
I mean, he has Atacon, so he's going to be extra fishy at this point as well. Maybe Koi are the ones who should be fishy because they can just walk up under this turret. 4 members strong. You look at mid, and once again, the needlework's going to fly out. Oscar is huge. And Upset as he walks forward might do the same thing. Who's going to die first? It's a game of catch and ball, but Koi must have forgotten how to catch it. In the end, Oscar Renan almost taking down Jojo, opens up mid. The pick on bot opens up bot. And Fnatic with 10.5k want to end it right here.
It's not really catch and play if you're just looking for home run after home run from Oscar Renan. The hook onto the Sejuani.
I wonder who lost the bat in the process. Call the Forge God is deflective at this point. But again, Atacon buff is still there. And El Yoya gets snapped in half. El Yoya and his mid laner are now down. Movistar, Koi, they might have had the early game, they might have had a semblance of power, but Fnatic, if there's a will, there's them. Match point in the lower bracket. This team always finds a way to survive.
The GGs come through as Fnatic